Hi, we're Richard and Jackie from Early Retirement Wanderlust.
We've been on Arran over a week now, and we've done the north, we've done the west, and we're now exploring the east coast.
If you watched our last couple of videos, you'll have seen that we've had a pretty hectic few days up in the north of the island. We've done a huge amount of hiking, we've done a little bit of cycling, so we've had a couple of days of not as much exercise.
Yeah, I think it's fair to say Jackie sort of ran out of patience with me. She just needed some downtime, so had some downtime. And yesterday I got on my bike and hit the hills, which was interesting, as you'll see in a minute. That was a really quite nasty and steep climb, but they say in cycling you've got to suffer on the climbs to enjoy the descent, and what a descent. Hopefully the hyperlapse will have caught it for you, because it was just unreal, dipping down, and then surreally just got to the bottom of it and in absolutely the middle of nowhere found a Buddhist retreat with the Tibetan prayer flags lining the road, which is it was a beautiful little sight, so I had to stop and take advantage of that, and then hopefully no more hills, and it's a bit of a cycle around the coast back to Jackie in the van. Well, I readily admit I bit off a little bit more than I could chew on that ride. Some amazing climbs, but what I didn't realise is that how hilly it was going to be to get back after the first major climb, and it was into a headwind as well. But it was beautiful, it was a long way, it was nearly 900 metres of climbing, and I've just inhaled every bit of food I could get my hands on as soon as I got back to the van. Interestingly, while I was out, Jackie was answering some emails, and she got a lovely email from one of our subscribers with pictorial evidence that the deer do go onto the campsite at Loch Ranza, and I'll just insert it here because the image is beyond belief, and I think if that happened to me I'd be absolutely terrified. But really nice to interact with our subscribers, so thanks ever so much for that.
We found a great little place to park up for the last couple of nights, right on the harbour front. It was overlooking Holy Island. We had it to ourselves pretty much on the first night, but last night was a little bit busier. But I quite like having company. I like the fact that there's other people around.
And we met some really nice people during the course of that. I was chatting to Max this morning, just who's like an incredible world traveller, and he's got so many stories to tell, and we chatted about photography, and that's just the sort of thing that you want to do on a bright Saturday lazy morning.
One of the locals came cycling past last night, and she stood and had a chat with us for about 10 minutes. Apparently the ferries are an absolute carnage. The main ferry that goes from Brodick to Ardrossan has got a fault with it, and it's not running for the next 3 days. So we're a bit worried about getting back off the island, so we're going to have to make a few plans with that.
Yeah, it's just dynamite for the island in itself, in the fact that at a peak weekend the ferries aren't running, so we may well have to bring our ferry crossing forward a day, because we definitely need to get home because we've got appointments to get to.
But we'll worry about that when Tuesday comes.
In other news, yesterday, although we had a lazy day, we did have quite a productive day.
Yeah, from one of our walks that we did earlier in the week. You've probably seen on the video that I was very twitchy about ticks, and I kept checking myself as I was walking. But Richard did notice that what he thought was a tick on his leg. So we got the tweezers out, and yeah, we've ended up finding at least 3.
The right little beasties.
Tiny.
Really, really hard to spot. We put the camera on zoom 10 times just to check whether it was just a tick or whether it was just a bit of muck. But yeah, definitely a tick. Not very nice. Makes us feel a bit aggy at the moment. So I'm not sure whether we're going to be getting up into the heathers for much more on this trip.
Yeah, and we've got to, because we have got 3 tick bites between us, we're going to have to check and make sure that we don't get the bullets. Is it bullet ring?
Bull ring.
The bull ring. Because there is a danger of getting Lyme's disease. Very low danger, but we've got a trip coming up to America, and I don't want to be poorly for that.
So what we've got lined up for today, it's a beautiful sunny Saturday. It's pretty quiet on the island because no one can get to the island because of the ferries. So we're going to have a lazy coastline walk to the King's Crosses, which we think is some sort of Viking remnants.
And then we're going to go find a campsite, hopefully, for the next couple of nights. A bit of luxury with a proper shower, toilets, and it's right on the seashore. It's called Seal Shore Campsite, so I'm hoping that it will have some seals.
And somewhere along the way, we hopefully are going to visit somewhere where we've been to before, and we're a little bit apprehensive about it because we've got such happy memories of where we've been when we visited this place before, and we just hope it lives up to expectation. But that's a bit of a teaser for you. Hopefully we'll get there later today.
Yeah, it's definitely somewhere that we'd love to show you if it's still there. we're round by the south of the island now, and we've been in a place called Eas Mor Library, where we've been before, and it's absolutely stunning. There's a forest walk and there's this library.
We were really apprehensive about coming back here because we got such happy memories of it. It's an absolute undiscovered gem. It's not actually on any maps. We found out about it through the Wild Guide, and you've just got to basically follow signposts for Eas Mor waterfall.
Yeah, there's we haven't found the waterfalls yet. We're still heading up that way. There's a amphitheatre that's carved into the quarry, the hillside, that's got obviously a little bar of some sort. They must do little productions at certain times of year. It's really cute.
But up here is just so peaceful, and there's so many lovely messages inside the library that people have taken time to pin up, and it's just one of those bizarrely British sort of places that you don't expect to find. So definitely worth finding.
And if you do come and find it, we've left a little picture of Early Retirement Wanderlust. See if you can find it.
So that's it from us. We're really looking forward now to spending a couple of nights on a campsite.
Yeah, we're headed to the south of the island to Sealshore Campsite, and I am really looking forward to a nice proper hot shower.
And then we're going to spend the next couple of days exploring the south side of the island, but a little bit more of that in next video. See you later.
Bye.